In our last update, we wanted to see price front run these highs at $110,700 to see a drop into our support level at $107,500 to then see a reversal to the upside. And then on Sunday in our live stream, once we saw the scenario play out, so we front ran the highs, we got the drop into our support and we saw the bounce. I outlined a new level, which was this resistance above, and what I wanted to see was a move up into it and then a rejection lower. And if you go back to the charts, as you can see, these two scenarios played out perfectly. We front ran the highs. If I zoom out, it was these highs, $110,700. So we front ran these highs, we got the drop into my support level, $107,500. We got the bounce into our resistance, and then we got the rejection back to our support level, and now we're seeing another bounce to the upside. So as usual, before we dive into today's price action and what you can potentially expect next, I just want to recap what I personally did. So for this one, as usual, it's extremely simple. I had just one support level below, which was $107,500. We got the drop, I opened my long position, and on Sunday, when I came back and saw this bounce to the upside, I did decide to implement a take profit one. So this was after our live stream. This was the resistance that I had outlined as I just showed you. And at first we didn't have a reaction, but then just a couple of minutes later, we got the wick and we got the imbalance. But personally, I was waiting for the close of this candle, and in the end, this reaction was just too quick for my liking, so I wasn't able to short this high because I didn't see it as a very strong high. And what I believe we got was that we would play around these highs before dropping, if we were to drop, of course. So that's why I didn't open a short position on this high, because I did believe that we could play around, so maybe make another high or maybe fill the wick. I didn't really know what would happen, but I knew that we would play around the highs and then drop. And in the end, that's exactly what happened. As you can see, we came back up, retested the high with an imbalance, but unfortunately this happened during the Asian session, so I was sleeping. But we got the retest, we got the imbalance, and then we got the drop. And then on Monday, what I was looking for was $108,000. I wanted to see a drop into this level to then see a reversal to the upside. So I waited for it. We got the drop. We got the imbalances. We got the reaction. I waited just a bit longer simply because I was in the long from lower. But then when I saw this very nice RD candle, an imbalance with a wick, I did decide to average up on my long positions. But what price ended up doing is played around this level for the entire day, tried to bounce, but came back down in the end and stopped me out the rest of my long position for a break-even trade. So at this point, if you go back to the charts, unfortunately right now I am not sitting in any positions because I showed you everything I did. I have to say, if I played my levels perfectly, I would still be in that long position with a stop loss below this low, take profit one implemented right there as I just showed you, and then I would let the rest run for higher. And I would also be in that short position from this high with a take profit one implemented somewhere on this drop, stop loss just above these highs, and would let the rest run for much lower. But at this point, as I am not in any position, what am I looking for next? Well, the first thing that I want to say is that I am seeing a lot of people talk about the deviation above the highs or low of this range. A lot of people are talking about getting a drop and then a move back up into it to then open a long position, or even a fake out above, a drop back into it to then open a short position. But personally, my view does remain the same as outlined in my last update. I don't want this level to be lost, because if we do lose it, I would expect a drop much lower towards the quarterly pivot at $100,100. So for me, I am not expecting a fake out below the range low and then a move back up into it. I just think that too many people are waiting for this, but also this was my view since this update that we did up there. I don't want to see this level lost. If we do lose it, I would expect a much bigger drop to the downside. But of course, I do have to say that if we do actually see that deviation, so if we do drop, for example, and then reclaim the range low, of course, I'm not going to be opening shorts down there, but I just want to make this clear. Personally, I am not expecting this to happen. But with this in mind, what am I actually looking for next? Well, it's pretty simple. Again, as outlined in my last update, As long as you maintain above this level, $107,500, there is no point, at least in my opinion, to be bearish. So for now, I want to be bullish and look for long positions. Very simply, if you take the volume profile of this range, we have the value area low right on this low that we put in yesterday. But by looking at imbalances, I don't see anything down there. On the 1 hour and on the 30-minute, the volume is not really impressive. So ideally, what I would love to see today would be a move up to take out these highs. So we get a nice move up, sweep these highs, but then I want to see a very aggressive drop to the downside, form a lot of imbalances, take out this low, and if we do see this and we see a nice reaction, then in my opinion, this will offer a nice long position for a reversal to the upside and a move much higher in the charts. So overall, that was mainly it for this update. Again, a quick recap. Personally, as long as we remain above this level, I remain bullish and want to look for long positions. The only long that I see today would be exactly what I outlined right now. We take out these highs, we get a very big drop, chop a lot of shorts. Don't take out the range lows because too many people are looking for this. And anyways, this was my view going back to this high. Just take out this low, get back into it, form a lot of imbalances to then open a long position and see a move much higher in the charts. But then for the short position, if anyone is expecting lower prices, the way that I want to play it is that if we do see a drop from here, so if we get, for example, this and a move straight down and a sign of weakness, what I can do is simply wait for retracement next week, and then I can look for a short position for a move much lower in the charts, because as I said before, if we do lose the lows of this range, personally, I am expecting a move towards a quarterly pivot at $100,000. So that's why for the short position, I can remain more patient simply because if we lose these lows, I am expecting a much bigger drop to come. So as usual, if you guys enjoyed this update, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.